Fallout. Released. All episodes released April 10th, 2024. Released on Amazon. Based on Fallout video game series. Created by Geneva Robertson Dworet and Graham Wagner. Starring Ella Purnell, Aaron Moten, Walton Goggins, and Moises Arias. Rotten Tomatoes, 94. IMDb, 8.7. Welcome back to Real Reviews like always. I am your host, Lee. Today we are looking at Fallout from Amazon, and if the review scores didn't give it away, it is pretty fantastic. I have played 3 of the Fallout games, but was never super invested into the lore, but I did find the world and the factions pretty interesting. But let's talk about it. A few warnings out of the gate for people. This show is gory, if you don't like gore, especially grave bodily harm. Maybe it's not for you. There is drug use, a scene of nudity, a scene of sex, and profanity. Lastly, and most importantly, there is some animal abuse. It is short, but it does exist. You will not see Moises Arias listed as a star anywhere else, and I think that needs to be changed because he carries one of the arcs. Oh, probably going to get into at least a few spoilers pretty soon as a warning. So there are loads of different story threads in this show. Honestly, given how well everything is woven together, it is shocking how much is in this show. Let's start with the MacGuffin, which gets us the ghoul in the night. Simply put, an Enclave scientist is wanted by basically everyone. The ghoul is woken up by bounty hunters wanting his help, and the knight is a squire that goes on the hunt with another knight. I won't say what the big deal is with the scientist. This all comes out in the first episode. Then we have Lucy, our real main character, or the equivalent of a character you would play in the video game. She is a vault dweller. The vault is attacked by raiders, and they take her father. Pretty standard stuff. Then on to her brother Norm, who stays back in the vault and is basically trying to figure out what the heck is going on in the trinary vault system that he was raised in. The final major story is also the ghoul, but his life before the Great War and his story pretty directly explains how the world turned out how it did and how Norm and Lucy's vault started. All of these are so well done. By the time you start wondering what is causing something, you start getting answers. The actors, especially our main 4, do a good job. Walton Goggins for me absolutely shines as the ghoul. Everything about him is menacing, even down to his walk. Every character has great depth and layers to them and why they do things. This feels like a video game story, but with all the additional things that you can't get out of a single storyline. It has all the lore that you see from files and things in a game, but you get to see it directly. The effects in this show are pretty good. Ghouls are designed with actual prosthetics. The power armors were also practical. One person made them. They were around 150 pounds according to reports. The weapons looked right. The art style matched that of the games, dark and gritty with these odd touches of goofy with things like the Vault Boy. Great little touches like cram in place of spam, and several other little Easter eggs like that too. The computers, TVs, and Pip-Boys are my favorite part. Most of the show I was waiting for someone to have to hack like you do in the game, and when it happens, I was so dang happy. I am not saying that the prop and set designers clearly looked through thousands of frames from the games, but I wouldn't be shocked if they did. Another well-done and highly important part of the Fallout world that they get right is the music. We all know it, and if it had been off, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb. You may be saying to yourself, Lee hasn't said anything bad, and I haven't because I can't think of a single thing that I didn't like. I can't think of a scene that didn't work, a reference I didn't get, an actor I thought did a bad job, or even a thread untouched. This first season is so good that a second season will have a hard time living up to it. Look, this show is great. I think it is great if you know the lore of Fallout, but it would also be equally enjoyable if you don't know a dang thing about Fallout. 9.5 out of 10. Go watch it. Tomorrow is Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Next week is some AI reviews as I will be on vacation, but won't leave you without content. Until next time,